All right, 23 minutes before 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Now, you know the music, and if you're familiar with that, then you know that normally we're here at this time talking about air conditioners and humidifiers, etc. Today, we're actually talking about food. We're pleased to have in the studio some guests, and they have some aliases. I'm not really sure how we're doing this, but they're from True Grits Restaurant. I just love the name of the restaurant, and the host is using the name Southern Belle. So I'll just say good morning, Southern Belle. Nice to meet you.
Good morning, y'all. My name is Southern Belle. I'd like to welcome you to a little segment we're calling A Taste of the South. Every time that we're here, you can really tune in to discuss anything and everything food related with a big focus on Southern cooking. Our show is actually sponsored by True Grits Restaurant, which opened just 3 months ago today, actually, right here in Ocala. So I'd like to introduce you to a couple of other people here with me today. I have Yankee Girl.
Yankee Girl.
And, of course, the executive chef of True Grits Restaurant, Chef BJ Jacobs. Good morning, BJ.
Good morning, everyone.
All right, today we'd like to discuss something that's actually very near and dear to our hearts. It is the subject of grits. Now, in my opinion, I've encountered a lot of people who are extremely passionate about the subject. Most Southerners are very adamant about how they like theirs prepared. Some Northerners know what it's about. And to be honest, a lot of people have absolutely no idea what the grit is. So we'll be going over a little bit of the grit history this morning, going over a couple of different styles that True Grits goes, and then later on in a few minutes we're actually going to have a call-in section where you can call in to test our chef, and if you stump him, or if you don't, you have a chance to win breakfast for two at True Grits Restaurant.
Oh, wow.
So how about we start off with just talking about grits? In my experience, I didn't really, even though I grew up in the South here, I didn't really eat a lot of grits personally. But now that I've tried them, I absolutely love them. Yankee Girl here is actually from New York, and I believe you've never had them either.
No, I have never had them until a few months ago.
And what do you think about them now?
They're absolutely delicious.
That's fantastic. True Grits does feature 11 different styles of grits, which we'll be talking about a little bit later too. But BJ, it's my understanding that you grew up eating grits, not just at breakfast either, right?
Not at all. Pretty much all day, every day.
And so it wasn't really just straight up grits every time you had them, right? You had to do something to make them a little...
When that's all you got there, you got to change them up so you don't get tired of it.
Absolutely, I understand that. And that's basically what your inspiration for True Grits was, right? Was your dishes growing up and everything like that?
Yeah, pretty much just like all Southern food, you got to make the best of what you have. That's what made it so great. People coming out of tough times and making something awesome out of it. So.
Fantastic. Now at True Grits, you do feature 11 different styles of grits. What are a couple of your favorites?
A couple of my favorites would have to be the shrimp and grits, and then, of course, the bacon, egg, and cheddar. And sausage, egg, and grape jelly.
Awesome. Those are the sausage, egg, and grape jelly is actually kind of an odd choice for a lot of people. I've noticed when we're trying to sell it, they're a little put off by the grape jelly, but I think that's mostly Southerners who aren't used to the sweet grits. Really, I think that's more of a Yankee thing.
I agree.
Yeah. Up in the north, for most of you, I assume. Northerners really treat grits almost like what is it? It's cream of wheat, where you add the raw sugar and the cream and the butter, and that's really more oatmeal than grits for me. It was something
porridge style.
Yeah, almost like porridge. I had never really experienced that with grits before. But it's actually a hugely popular choice on the menu for people who have yet to experience grits. I think it's something a little more familiar to them as opposed to, say, like our spinach and feta grits, because those are a little bit tangy, a little bit out there, but they are absolutely delicious. Yankee, what's your favorite style of grit at True Grits?
My favorite style is the black and blue. Having it rare makes it's so delicious, and it melts in your mouth.
Melts in your mouth. That sounds fantastic. The black and blue, I believe, is caramelized ribeye pieces with blue cheese crumbles and caramelized onions, right?
Yes.
That's it.
Fantastic. Well, just to let you tell you all about True Grits, we feature homemade Southern cooking with a little twist of the soul. Breakfast is served daily from 7 until 11 a.m., Monday through Friday, and then all day, Saturdays and Sundays. We are open from 7 to 3 every day except Sunday when we're open 8 to 2. Breakfast features fluffy homemade waffles, pancakes, French toast. We cook our eggs to order, and you definitely cannot miss out on the homemade biscuits and gravy. Now, one of the things that everybody seems to mention is our biscuits. BJ, why is that?
They're made from scratch by hand. We use European butter as a higher fat content. Everybody knows fat is flavor. So it just makes for an awesome product. They come out nice crispy crust, little saltiness to them, sweet, aromatic.
Oh, wow.
Really excellent.
That's one of the things that I love about them is they have that crunchy exterior, but then they are dense and sweet on the inside. I don't think they need any extra butter or jelly, but people really seem to love slathering them. Now the sausage gravy is homemade every day too, right?
Fresh in-house every morning.
Perfect. Now that is true Southern sausage gravy, and it really just complements it. That hint of pepper really just complements the buttery biscuits.
Plenty of black pepper and sage and some red pepper flakes.
Well, don't give away the whole recipe. We want people to still come in and eat.
So where is True Grits? Where's the restaurant?
We're actually located at 331 Northwest 20th Street. It's just down the street from the Livestock Pavilion.
Okay.
Most people aren't familiar with the street address, but we're on the corner of 441 and 20th. I think we're only a couple of blocks from the Livestock Pavilion, right there on the left.
Okay.
And I mean, like I said, we are open daily, 7 to 3, except on Sundays, 8 to 2. And just recently, actually last Saturday, we started featuring a Saturday Suppers. That is seating daily from 5 to 9. It features a lot of our great lunch entrees, as well as some of BJ's specialties. Last Saturday, we had a crispy pork belly, which was absolutely melt in your mouth, fantastic. It was drizzled with a blueberry pork demi-glaze, served with cornmeal spoon bread. Really, really fantastic. And if you need any information about True Grits, please visit www.true-grits.com or give us a phone call at 352-867-7772. Now, like I said, we're going to be discussing some grits now. And one of the questions that we get from a lot of people, whether they grew up eating them or not, is what are they? I don't know if that's something that you guys have experienced,
What are they?
but
Yeah.
that is something that we get a lot. And a lot of people don't realize that grits actually come from the corn plant. When the corn kernels, there are 3 parts that actually make up a corn kernel, and it is the outside hull, the inside, the second part.
The endosperm?
The endosperm, thank you. And then once you actually get rid of the outside hull and stone grind it like we do, that's what makes hominy. Once that's dried, it's shipped out, and that's what grits are actually made of.
Okay.
We actually do grits the right way, too. We don't feature instant grits. Our grits
No
are...
5 minutes, nothing like that.
Exactly. It takes about
a
an
minimum
hour.
of an hour to stand there and stir the
An
grits.
hour?
An hour.
Oh, wow.
To just stir the grits?
Just stirring them constantly. That's
So
how,
could you tell, like, the difference of if you were blindfolded and had a spoonful of grits
night and day.
as opposed to instant grits?
Oh,
My-
absolutely.
My cooks come in and we had some instant grits or 5-minute quick grits
Yeah?
that were left over from the previous people, and cooked a batch of those real quick and let them taste them. And they tasted our stone ground, and everyone agrees night and day difference. Never eat quick grits.
Wow.
Quaker
Well, I'll
Oats,
have to try
get it
it
off
because
the
that's
shelf.
all I have at home is the instant. You put the
Instant
hot water
grits.
and it's ready.
Yeah, no. We cook
No.
them the right way.
Oh, wow.
Our grits are actually flown in from Selma, North Carolina. It's Atkinson Mill, and like I said, they are stone ground grits. I really think you can taste the difference. My only experiences with grits previously had been instant grits, and to be honest, I didn't really like them that
Oh,
much.
so I'm not alone in this.
No,
So-
absolutely not.
I have never even had instant grits.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh, wow.
That's our Yankee girl from New York.
Yankee girl.
And part of the process, when they do the instant grits, they're already like parboiled. So when you do that, you're removing some of the natural flavors and things out of the corn kernels that's in there. So when you get it stone ground, it's all complete. Everything's there. So when you cook it yourself,
Okay.
it's being first time it's ever been touched by water. So you get the full flavor of everything. You haven't lost any of the nutrients or flavor. It's all there.
Oh, wow. And now, are they always the way they look from instant? In other ways, the way instant grits look, is that how the real grits look?
No,
They don't even
sir.
look the same.
Not at all.
Explain.
The
What do they
instant
look-
grits are a lot finer. They have to grind them down finer so they're able
Really?
to take on the water faster. But yeah, so we have nice. It's actually texture. You can feel it. There's a bite to it. Not such like an al dente that you would feel like pasta, but it's
Right.
creamier and it still has texture. It makes for. what we
Gosh, I
can
have to
actually
come
do
on a
the other
Saturday because
flavor.
there's no way I can get there by 3 o'clock, but I'll have to be there on a Saturday.
Absolutely. Saturday suppers, 5 to 9. Come
Or
on
next
down.
time in, we'll just have to bring you a sample.
No, I like to go to restaurant. I like the ambiance of a restaurant. So
That's good. And I don't know if a lot of people realize this too, but there's a lot of different products that you might be more familiar with that come from the same place as grits. For instance, if you actually grind, if you keep the hull on it and grind it down further, you can get into things such as polenta or cornmeal. Polenta, I know, is a big northern Italian side dish, and I mean it's pretty much a starch, just like grits or potatoes or pasta would be on a plate. But it's similar to grits in that way. It's made from the same product, but it's got a little bit of a different texture, different taste. And then cornmeal, I think every Southerner is familiar with because you coat a lot of stuff and fry a lot of stuff in it.
Do you guys want to take phone calls? Because you have some.
Absolutely.
Do you want to open up the phone lines? All right. I've kind of been holding them off because I was kind of waiting to see what direction you would go. Good morning. You're on the air. Thank you for waiting, by the way. You're on the air.
Good morning. I am a bona fide Southerner. I'm from Georgia, and I do love grits. I put butter in them, and that's it. Grit or salt and butter. I love them, but there is a different texture to some grits. I don't like the fine grits. I like the bigger grain that you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
But do you find them? Where do you find them?
Most grocery stores wouldn't have it. It'd probably be, let's see if I can find you. In Georgia, I think it's Nora Mills. Let me see if I can find it for you.
He's going to search for that real quick.
He's looking on his smartphone.
Ours are actually flown in directly from Atkinson Mill in North Carolina. We honestly haven't been able to find a lot of purveyors in Ocala that are able to get the right kind of
Really?
grits for us. Unfortunately, because it's such a great product, and I think it's something that everybody would really enjoy to be able to cook at
So
home as
you
well.
could be a grit connoisseur.
Oh,
Well, if
most
I
definitely.
had the name, I could, when I go to Georgia, probably pick some up.
Oh,
Or
that's-
come to True
Oh.
Grits, right?
Yes,
Oh,
when you're in
absolutely.
Georgia, it's Nora Mill Granary. It's the
Nora Mill.
It's the oldest one they have in Georgia, and then I know there's another one in South Carolina that does actually all organic products.
That sounds great.
That's
I know we were
which is
with friends the
Anson
other
Mill.
night that were from the Kentucky area, Ohio, in that area. And they said, "Oh, we put sugar in our sugar and milk." I said, "Oh no, that's not true grit."
That's the Northerners style. I don't know what it is, but I think they treat it more like cream of wheat than really grits.
Or oatmeal.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for your program. That's good.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so
fine.
much for calling in.
Very interesting. This is not if you want to call, by the way, the phone line is open. This is the Climate Control Source Hotline, 622-9622. Today, True Grits. Are you going to be doing this each week? Is this the weekly show?
It's not decided yet, but hopefully we'll
decided?
be taking actually every other week,
Okay.
every other Thursday.
Okay. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Coming from Wisconsin, I've got to have my cheddar cheese, grated cheddar cheese on top of my grits.
Absolutely.
And it's really great. Up there, we never heard of it. I first discovered that actually going through Georgia one time, driving down to Florida looking for property down here and at a restaurant. And I said, they asked me, it comes along with your breakfast, would you like a bowl of grits? I said, well, I don't know. I'll try it. So, and I thought I was eating like cream of wheat or something like that.
Right.
But I like it right off the, right from the get-go there, But one of my other favorites with grits is I like putting pecans and maple syrup on it.
Oh, that sounds
That's a
interesting,
sweet-
actually.
Yeah, and to me, it's a wonderful meal, especially in the wintertime when it gets a little cooler. It's really great, and I think it's healthy. It must be healthy because I feel good after I eat it.
Yeah, I think that would be a really comforting dish in the wintertime. That maple syrup, that crunch
Yeah.
of the pecans. That's actually a good choice that we might feature come fall at
Most
True
definitely.
Grits.
We can work with that.
Wow, you added a menu item.
Sounds great. I'll have to come over and visit you guys.
Absolutely,
Please do.
please do.
Okay, thank you.
Of course,
Sure.
thank you.
My goodness, you've sold me. I want to get the biscuits too. That sounds good too.
Oh, the biscuits are amazing.
So what is grits the biggest selling item? Has to be,
Oh,
right?
it really is. We're calling our shrimp and grits almost famous because we have people just coming in because they've heard about it on Facebook from their friends. We're actually featured in a couple of different magazines, and people are coming in to get the shrimp and grits. Those are made
Shrimp
with
and grits. Okay.
yeah, it's shrimp that's sautéed in
Shrimp, we have bacon, tomatoes, a little blackening spice, some shrimp stock.
And are they served on the plate in separate places, or are they all mixed together?
spooned right on the grits.
Just spoon
Oh, it's
right
all
on top of the
together.
grits.
It's all together. Oh, wow.
Yeah, nice buttery sauce over top, some Parmesan cheese.
Is that your
scallions.
invention? Did you make that?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow.
Everything on our menu is actually from the genius brain of our chef BJ. Everything is homemade, in-house, fresh daily. We also have a pastry chef who is absolutely fantastic. We actually have a rotating list of fresh baked desserts, muffins, cookies, pies, anything that you could possibly want. Right now in our pastry case, we have some lemon meringue cream puffs, as well as some vanilla cream puffs that are topped with chocolate ganache. They're the perfect 2-bite dessert to the end of lunch. You know, I think dessert's a little bit harder of a sell at lunchtime because you don't want to feel so heavy to get through the rest of your day.
Okay.
And that's why we feature a lot of different 2-bite desserts. Sometimes we have mini pecan pies, things like that. It's definitely a good choice to come and check them out.
The banana cream pie was delicious yesterday.
Oh, wow. So you said a word I didn't know. Ganache. What is that?
Ganache. It's like
Sounds like
chocolate
a
and
Yiddish
heavy
word.
cream.
What is it?
Simple. It's just chocolate and heavy cream.
Chocolate and heavy cream.
It's to
wow.
where you can spread it. It makes it spoonable. It's instead of being just like a hard block of chocolate.
Oh, okay. How does it spell? G-N?
Ganache.
Oh, okay. Now it sounds French now that you spelled it.
Of course, French term. I spent my time at Le Cordon Bleu. I try and
Oh, you did?
yes, sir.
Okay,
I try
okay.
and bring in as many French techniques as possible.
Oh, okay.
They couldn't fight any wars, but they know how to cook.
Is True Grits a franchise or is it a standalone?
It is a standalone, actually. This is the first location
Wow.
of the entirely original concept. We're very, very proud to be a part of it. As BJ just mentioned, he went to Le Cordon Bleu School in Orlando. That's actually where he met our pastry chef as well as our executive sous chef. So we have a really, really good team back there in the kitchen, really just pumping out some great, great food that you should definitely come and try.
Nothing frozen. Everything.
Nothing
comes in
from.
fresh,
You know, I'm
processed
also
at all.
from New York, Yankee girl. I'm also from there.
Yeah.
And the one thing, having been down here a long time, I have also fallen in love with grits. Although I must tell you, I don't know that I've had your type.
Oh, you haven't had grits until you've had ours.
I think I've had I think the only kind I've had is the kind you pour in, you put the hot water, and you're done. But if you go to New York and you ask for it, nobody will have it. So if you guys branch out, become a franchise, you could be the first.
I never even heard of grits until I came down.
Really? I never heard of manatees.
Oh, manatees?
Yeah, I never heard of them. What the heck's a
I didn't either,
Yeah, I
actually.
know. They don't talk about them up north. I don't know why. Yeah,
I'd like to
manatees and
try
grits.
cooking one of those too, but that whole endangered species thing.
Puts a little damper on things sometimes. We actually, our ambition is to branch out and open up a couple of new locations in the next year or so.
And how long have you been around?
Today is actually our birthday. It is our 3-month anniversary from our
Wow.
opening date.
Well, good for you.
Thank you very much. We've gotten some great feedback. We have an overwhelming amount of support from the local community, which we love. We're doing everything that we can actually to stay true to our Ocala roots. We are a family-owned restaurant, and we want to really be involved in the community as much as possible. We are members of the CEP. We actually sponsor their Tuesday talks. Every other Tuesday, actually, we bring breakfast over there for that morning meeting at 8:30. So.
Okay. Are we going to stump the chef anytime soon? Because we have
Absolutely.
about 5 minutes left.
5 minutes left. It's now time
How
to
do you do this? How do you do this?
test the chef. Basically, callers, please call in and let BJ know what ingredients you've got kicking around your kitchen that you just can't seem to find a use for. Maybe you bought something to use in one recipe and then now it's just kind of hanging out and you can't figure out what to use it in.
Oh, wow.
Or maybe you bought something in bulk and you're tired of making the exact same thing every time.
Ah, okay.
Please call in and let us know what it is, and let's see if you can test our chef.
Something in the kitchen that's not being used anymore. Or you order for one thing.
I mean, 1 thing, 2 things, 3
Multiple
things.
things.
Let us know what you've got in your kitchen, and we will do our best to give you a delicious meal that you can make out with it. And then we'll actually post that recipe on Facebook.
Oh, wow.
And you can win a gift certificate for 2 for breakfast at True Grits.
So all they have to do is call in and try to stump you.
Try to stump you.
But you won't be stumped because you know what you can do with everything, right?
Professionally
I'll make it work.
trained right here.
Molasses. I don't want any free breakfast, but I have a bottle of molasses. I have no idea what to do with it.
It's a hard ingredient to use a lot, isn't it?
I don't
feel
even know what
I
you would
feel
use
the
it
same
for.
way.
What is I mean, I don't even know what it
Molasses
is.
is just part of the sugar when you refine sugar. It's one of the byproducts of it.
So what would you, I'm just trying to jumpstart the engine here. What
You
would
can
you
use
use?
that for marinades. Actually, our bison burgers has molasses in it.
Really?
Part of it.
In the
secret
hamburger.
ingredient,
The
right?
hamburger.
Really, really good.
So you serve hamburgers too?
That's
Yes, sir.
fun.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Does it come with a side of grits?
It
get
can. It can, absolutely.
We do have a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hi. Yes, I bought an ingredient for something. I don't even remember what it was for, but I still have it in my pantry, and I think it's called garam masala.
Garam
Garam
masala.
masala. Yeah, that is an Indian spice. Pretty much, you can take any types of meat with it, like some boneless, skinless leg, like chicken thighs. Cube them up, dust them with a garam masala, sear them off, put them in a pan, with a little chicken stock. You make curry out of it. It's essentially like a different flavor of curry powder.
Oh, wow.
Add a little yogurt to it, cream it up, put it over some steamed basmati rice, some fresh vegetables. Maybe a little
Sounds
Indian
really good.
dinner.
So you're going to put that recipe on Facebook now?
Absolutely.
Yeah, most definitely.
We'll definitely do that. A garam masala chicken thigh recipe will be up on Facebook later today.
So the lady on the phone gets a free breakfast?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right. So,
Oh! I
all right. So we need to know who you are, but don't tell me on the air, okay?
okay.
Don't give your information out to everyone, just to us.
Yeah, we'll have to take your call off the air, okay? So hang on
Okay,
there.
fine.
Hang on there. I'll let Southern Belle, BJ, and Yankee Girl take it, and I'll just shut up and talk to you off the air, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you so much
All right.
for calling in. All right, again, we are sponsored by True Grits Restaurant, located at 331 Northwest 20th Street, right here in Ocala. We're just down the street from the Livestock Pavilion. We feature homemade Southern cooking. Breakfast is served daily from 7 until 11 every day. Lunch from 11 to 3, except on Tuesdays. We are actually open from 8 to 2. We just started our Southern suppers as well. That's every Saturday night, seating from 5 to 9. Reservations are recommended, but you can also just walk in and try us out. Definitely when you're here after 11 a.m., try some of our lunch favorites, all of which are homemade every day. The Mama's meatloaf is moist, it's meaty, it's delicious. I think our chicken fried steak is the best in town. One of the best parts about it is that it's not cube steak inside there. It is actually a hand-butchered ribeye steak that is double-breaded and fried in-house and topped with our homemade sausage gravy. We also have, again, a wider range of desserts, pastries, muffins, some great breakfast choices, and then, of course, 11 different styles of grits, folks. You got to come down and try it. One of my personal favorites, mushroom parmesan and chive. It features roasted button mushrooms, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, topped with some chives. Fantastic choice. Yankees, I believe yours was the favorite, black and blue.
Black and blue
What is
grits,
black and blue?
rare.
The black and blue grits are actually, it's a bowl of grits topped with blackened ribeye pieces, caramelized onions, and crumbled blue cheese.
Oh, okay.
Really, really, really tasty
Yeah, I think you
choice.
did explain that earlier. It just went over my head. The lady who just called, who won the breakfast, is
Yes.
Dee. Her name is Dee, and she asked me, well, how does she claim the breakfast? Does she just show up?
Absolutely. All she needs to do is come on in and let us know her name, and breakfast for 2 on us. Thank you so much for calling in.
Okay, and I gave the note with the name on it to Yankee Girl. So
Perfect.
I feel funny calling you Yankee Girl and Southern Belle. At least BJ sounds like a name. Is that your real name?
No, sir.
No, nobody's using their real name. Okay.
Well, my real name, people find it hard to pronounce. So.
Really? Is it a French name?
Yes, sir. Actually, it is.
Oh, okay. What is it? Give me.
It's Bernice. Normally, people pronounce
Bernice.
it Bernice.
Oh, people say Bernice.
Yes, sir.
I gotcha. Okay.
BJ Jacobs.
Uh,
Well, thank you so much for having us on the
no,
air.
thank you. Fun segment we did right here. Now I'm in the
Perfect.
mood for some grits.
You got to come
You
on
gotta come
down.
So does anybody ever order just grits? That's the whole meal?
Our straight up grits are actually bottomless. They're $1.99 for a bowl, and you can eat as much as you like. We will keep bringing them to you, and they are so good you will want us to.
Oh, wow. That sounds good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I've never had, well, I've had cheese on them, but I've never had anything other than cheese,
Cheddar cheese?
or butter with, salt and pepper.
One of our popular choices is the cheddar cheese grits. Most of our breakfast entrees actually come with a side of grits. Most people upgrade to the cheesy cheddar, but you can upgrade to actually any of our specialty grits for half of the regular price.
Wow. Well, good show. Tell everybody where you are just to kind of cap. And do you want to give a phone number, website
Absolutely.
again, and everything? Okay.
One last time, we are at 331 Northwest 20th Street in Ocala. We are just down the street from the Livestock Pavilion on the corner of 441. For any information, you can go to info@truegrits.com. It's actually info@true-grits.com, or give us a phone call at 352-867-7772. And don't forget to like us on Facebook for exclusive daily specials and deals.
Good show. You guys did well.
Thank you.
By the way, for those who just tuned in and want to hear this again or share it with somebody, the video of the program we just did will be on Facebook. Should be by this afternoon at 2. It should be up there.
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
Thank
Thank you so much.
True Grits. Great name, too, by the way. Great logo. I love that logo.
Oh, it's fantastic, isn't it?
You guys did a good job with everything. All right, we'll take a little break. Be right back.